The movement I will be teaching my students about is the women's rights movement. The lesson objective/goals I am giving the students is, number 1, what were women advocating for during this time? Number 2, how do women fight for social change today? And number 3, how do women fight for their rights? The students should be able to answer these questions by the time I am done teaching. My first primary source is Susan B. Anthony. Back then, women were not allowed to vote. Susan B. Anthony was a strong and independent woman. She was sick and tired of how things were, and she wanted the rights to vote for what she believed in. In 1872, she decided to vote in the presidential election. Because of this, she was tried and fined $100. She stood up for what she knew was right. She believed she committed no crime and that she exercised her citizens' rights. My next primary source is Margaret Fuller. Margaret Fuller was a woman with strong opinions. She participated in the Transcendentalist Circle, a movement that believes the most important reality is one that is sensed. Fuller's document that she wrote in 1843 explains how from the beginning women are told what to do, wear, cook, clean, and more. She talks about how it is unfair how women are forced to live during this time. She believes little girls are being raised in a toxic environment with no decisions for themselves. Margaret Fuller's article, The Great Lawsuit, Man vs. Men, Women vs. Women, is still popular today and loved by many feminists. My last primary source is Eliza Lucas. Eliza Lucas was the first woman to be put into South Carolina's Business Hall of Fame, after evolving indigo as a crucial cash crop. Lucas showed incredible strength through a letter responding to her father. Her father gave her advice in 1742 on how to be a good wife. But Eliza Lucas reminded him she is her own person and a woman able to make her own decisions. Next, students will have partner discussions. They will discuss with their partner the 3 questions and how they believe women fought for their rights. Last but not least, students will have an assessment. They will write a paragraph on their own, answering the 3 questions and proving they met their goals. Then they will choose one of the 3 women we learned about to write a summary on. After, they will include one limitation of this movement. Students will answer the 3 questions. What were women advocating for during this time? How do women fight for social change today? And how did women fight for their rights? An answer I am looking for the first question could be, in 1960, women started realizing that what they were abiding by was unfair and cruel. They were advocating for equal rights and treatment. Number 2, an answer I could be looking for is, still today, women are treated less strong and independent than men. It is surprising to lots of people when a woman does a man's job. And for the third, an answer I would be looking for is, many large groups of women had protests, marches, and organizations. Last but not least in their paragraph, they will need to point out a limitation of this movement. An answer I would accept is, prohibition was going on at the same time as the women's rights movement, so people focused more on prohibition than the women's rights. That will be the end of my lesson, and I will include a works cited page stating the 3 primary sources I used for this movement. Thank you.